Hi, got a question from Joanna. How breathing works? How breathing works? Of course, my question can be how specific you want the answer. I'm trying to give you a really simple answer, but an accurate answer. What happens when you breathe and how breathing works is that we breathe in air and we breathe out carbon dioxide. That's kind of the basics. Okay, so what happens is that your body needs oxygen, but your body also needs to have a percentage, a kind of norm average of carbon dioxide in your system. And a lot of people do not know this. But carbon dioxide is, when you look at it percentage-wise, even more important than oxygen. It's kind of the chicken and the egg story, which comes first, because without oxygen we're going to die, without carbon dioxide we're also going to die. So what happens when you breathe in? When I breathe in air, oxygen is taken out of the air kind of and connected to my blood, to my red blood cells. The oxygen-rich blood will go through my system, and the cell which kind of asks or needs to have oxygen, the oxygen is released too, and the system will give back carbon dioxide, and when I breathe out carbon dioxide. This is another basic story. What you need to remember is that we need to have a kind of carbon dioxide pressure. Without this pressure, less oxygen is released into the system. So when I have an oxygen saturation device, I can put on my finger, I have it in my practice, you put it on your finger, and within 10 seconds you know how much oxygen is connected to my blood. And for me and a lot of people, it normally is 98, 99, 97% of oxygen is connected to the red blood cells. So there's enough oxygen in the blood. Most of the times, for a lot of people, there's not enough oxygen into your blood. But it has to do with how much oxygen is released from the blood into the cells. So when you tend to breathe too much air in and out of your system, you can say you're overventilating your lungs. In other words, you have a hyperventilation going on. And a lot of people have hyperventilation going on without them knowing it. There's a lot of hidden problems connected to hyperventilation in the world. A lot of them. So when you want to know if you tend to breathe in and out too much, you measure your control pause. This is really interesting test and also really easy test to do. You look at my YouTube channel and you check out measure your control pause, and within 30 seconds or within a minute or whatever, you know the answer. And from there on you can do a lot of extra techniques or whatever to increase your control pause if it's too low. But to get back at Joanna's question, how breathing works is your body needs to have oxygen. So when the oxygen-rich blood goes to my system, it gets back carbon dioxide, and when you're a living creature, you create carbon dioxide, and the release of this oxygen in connection with the carbon dioxide is called the Bohr effect. You can check out Google for Bohr effect. The release of carbon dioxide from my system, from my body, is called the Haldane effect. These two people were really good scientists, and I think it was 1930 or something, they found out separately from each other what happens into your body. So when you're sitting down and you're breathing too much air in and out of your system, you're getting less oxygen into your cells, paradoxically, because you need to have carbon dioxide pressure. And this is, I think, a really important aspect. So when you have not enough carbon dioxide in your system, your body tries to help you out, and it will create like pressure, or it will create a smaller bronchi, or it will close a little bit down your cardiovascular system, not completely, but it makes smaller. But also mentally, it will happen like this. When you do like this, I tend to go like this. My body will go into kind of fight or flight system. So when I breathe in and out like this, the sun in my face makes it more easy. Relaxed, then more oxygen will be released into my system. I get less stress, I get more relaxed. My body tends to open up, my intestines will open up, my bronchi will open up, my cardiovascular system will open up, mentally I will open up, and I will be more here in the now, and I will work more completely, more naturally, more healthy. I hope to give you an answer, Joanna, and wish you a nice day. Bye bye.